She is known for being an English novelist, poet, journalist, translator, and one of the leading writers of the Victorian era. She is recognized for her 7 novels, including Middlemarch, which is considered one of the greatest novels in the English language. Her name is Mary Ann Evans, known as George Eliot. In the quaint and picturesque countryside of provincial England, there lived a woman whose words would forever shape the literary landscape of the Victorian era. Mary Ann Evans, known by her pen name George Eliot, was not just a novelist but a multifaceted artist whose talents knew no bounds. With her keen insight into the human psyche and her ability to capture the essence of a place, George Eliot's works became a testament to the power of literature. Her literary oeuvre boasted 7 remarkable novels, each a masterpiece in its own right. From the rustic charm of Adam Bede to the profound introspection of Middlemarch, George Eliot's novels were imbued with a sense of realism that resonated deeply with readers. It was in Middlemarch that Eliot's genius truly shone, prompting Virginia Woolf to declare it one of the few English novels written for grown-up people. This sentiment was echoed by Martin Amis and Julian Barnes, who deemed it the greatest novel in the English language. George Eliot's storytelling prowess went beyond mere entertainment. She delved into the depths of human experience, unearthing profound truths and exploring complex philosophical concepts. Through her works, she painted a vivid portrait of Victorian society and its intricacies, capturing the essence of time and place with meticulous detail. Her ability to intertwine realism, psychological insight, and a deep connection to the countryside set her apart as a literary luminary. The legacy of George Eliot continues to endure, inspiring generations of readers and writers alike. Her works serve as a testament to the power of literature to illuminate the human condition and provoke introspection. In the pantheon of English literature, George Eliot stands tall as a beacon of wisdom and artistry, her words resonating with readers as they explore the complexities of life through her timeless novels. George Eliot, born Mary Ann Evans, grew up in the small town of Nuneaton, England. As the daughter of Robert and Christiana Evans, she had a humble upbringing on the Arbury Hall estate, where her father worked as the estate manager. From a young age, Mary Ann displayed a love for reading and a keen intellect. Despite not being considered conventionally beautiful, her father recognized her potential and invested in her education. From the ages of 5 to 16, Mary Ann attended various schools in the area. At Miss Latham's and Mrs. Wallington's schools, she received a solid foundation in education. However, it was at Miss Franklin's school in Coventry that Mary Ann was exposed to a different kind of religious belief. The quiet, disciplined belief system there contrasted with the evangelicalism she had encountered before. After the age of 16, Mary Ann's formal education came to an end. However, her access to the library at Arbury Hall allowed her to continue her self-education. She delved into classical literature, particularly Greek literature, which would greatly influence her later works. Her visits to the estate also exposed her to the stark contrast between wealth and poverty, which would become a recurring theme in her writing. Religion also played a significant role in Mary Ann's early life. While she grew up in a low-church Anglican family, the Midlands region where she lived was home to a growing number of religious dissenters. These diverse religious perspectives would shape her philosophical outlook and provide a foundation for her moral and ethical beliefs. In reflecting on her life, George Eliot once said, "My life will recur in exactly identical fashion." This statement speaks to her belief in the interconnectedness of past and present, and the impact that our actions and experiences have on shaping our future. It reminds us that our choices and beliefs can have a profound influence on our personal growth and the lives of those around us. Today, George Eliot's philosophy continues to resonate with us as we navigate the complexities of daily life. Her emphasis on education, empathy, and understanding the experiences of others can help us cultivate a more inclusive and compassionate society. Through her writings, she challenges us to question societal norms, explore different perspectives, and strive for personal and intellectual growth. George Eliot, known for her profound philosophical insights, once wrote, "My life will recur in exactly identical fashion." These words encapsulate a pivotal moment in her life when she moved to Coventry and embarked on a journey of intellectual exploration and self-discovery. In 1836, tragedy struck as Eliot's mother passed away. Despite the loss, she continued her education through correspondence with her tutor, Maria Lewis. At the age of 21, her brother's marriage prompted a move to Fulshill near Coventry, bringing her closer to a vibrant society that would shape her future. It was in Coventry that Eliot encountered Charles and Cara Bray, influential figures whose progressive ideas would leave a lasting impression on her. Charles Bray, a prosperous ribbon manufacturer, used his wealth to support philanthropic causes and foster intellectual discussions at their home, known as Rosehill. Here, Eliot found herself in the company of renowned thinkers such as Robert Owen, Herbert Spencer, Harriet Martineau, and Ralph Waldo Emerson. Through these interactions, Eliot's religious doubts deepened, leading her to explore more liberal and agnostic theologies. She delved into the works of David Strauss and Ludwig Feuerbach, whose writings cast doubt on the literal truth of biblical texts. In fact, her first major literary endeavor was completing Elizabeth Brabant's unfinished translation of Strauss's Das Leben Jesu kritisch bearbeitet as The Life of Jesus, critically examined. This translation, along with her later translation of Feuerbach's The Essence of Christianity, caused quite a stir in England. As a result of her association with the Brays, Eliot's own writings began to reflect these new ideas. Charles Bray published some of her early works, including reviews, in his newspaper, the Coventry Herald and Observer. However, her newfound intellectual pursuits did not come without challenges. Her father, deeply committed to his religious beliefs, threatened to disown her. Despite the threats, Eliot respectfully attended church and continued to care for her father until his death in 1849. In the midst of her grief, Eliot sought solace in Switzerland, accompanied by the Brays. She decided to stay in Geneva, immersing herself in the beauty of the Swiss countryside and indulging in her love for literature. It was during this time that she wrote and read voraciously, drawing inspiration from her surroundings. Her stay in Geneva is commemorated by a plaque on the house owned by her friends, François and Juliette d'Albert Durade, which served as her temporary home. Eliot's move to Coventry and her subsequent experiences shaped her philosophical outlook and influenced her literary works. Her exposure to progressive thinkers and her exploration of different religious perspectives allowed her to challenge traditional beliefs and embrace a more nuanced understanding of life. By questioning established dogmas and engaging in intellectual discourse, Eliot encourages us to cultivate open-mindedness and critical thinking in our daily lives. George Eliot's famous statement, "My life will recur in exactly identical fashion," reflected her unwavering determination to make her mark on the world through her writing. After returning to England, she embarked on a new chapter in her life by moving to London with the goal of becoming a writer. It was in this bustling city that she found herself at the doorstep of John Chapman, a radical publisher who would become an instrumental figure in her career. Chapman, who had previously published Eliot's translation of Strauss, welcomed her into his home and offered her a position as the assistant editor of the Westminster Review, a left-wing journal that he had recently acquired. Under the pen name Marian Evans, Eliot began to pour her thoughts and views on society into her writings for the publication. She passionately expressed her sympathies for the lower classes and fearlessly criticized organized religion, drawing from her own experiences and knowledge. Eliot's articles and reviews in the Westminster Review were hailed for their authenticity and wisdom, as she skillfully critiqued prevailing ideas and institutions without overtly imposing her own opinions. In addition to her thought-provoking content, she also took an active role in the business side of the journal, striving to improve its layout and design. Although Chapman held the title of editor, it was Eliot who shouldered the bulk of the work, contributing numerous essays and reviews from January 1852 until her departure in the first half of 1854. During her time in London, Eliot also pursued her academic interests by attending mathematics classes at the Ladies' College in Bedford Square. This intellectual curiosity and thirst for knowledge further enriched her understanding of the world and influenced her writings. Through her editorship of the Westminster Review, George Eliot left an indelible mark on Victorian society. Her relentless pursuit of truth and justice, her unwavering commitment to the lower classes, and her fearless critique of established institutions continue to resonate today. In a world where authenticity and wisdom are often overshadowed by opinionated voices, Eliot's approach serves as a reminder that genuine insight can be powerful without being dogmatic.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.